boy. Check, check. Okay, cool. All right, we'll get started here in a minute, guys. Just trying to have everybody get in here, and we'll get started. Do we have audio, Jesse? Yeah? Okay, cool. All right, great. All right, guys, so let's get started. So first of all, thank you so much for coming out today. This is awesome. Last year, we had a tiny room in the Venetian. There was maybe like 30 people there. So this is way bigger than last year, so it's really awesome for you guys to come out. And thank you for walking over here from SHOT Show. I know it's a little bit of a trek, so I appreciate that as well. So let's go ahead and get started with the event here. I'm going to go over some of our new products for the beginning of the year. After that, we can do a Q&A session if you guys have any questions about each product, and then we will give some away. Also, we're going to have a really awesome surprise at the end of the presentation. All right, and I'm trying to see. Okay, awesome. Okay, so yeah, we have some awesome people in the house. We have some YouTubers here. We also have some distributors from different parts of the world. So that is really great, and we're really glad to see you guys here. And we'll have some of them come up to pick some winners for the raffle. Also, please hang on to your tickets that you got when you walked in, because that's how we're going to pick winners for these raffles. All right? Cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk about the history of Olight briefly, talk about some monumental products that we've come out with over the past 13 years of the company. So the first Olight ever is the T20. The T20 is a tail switch light, 2 CR123A batteries. Does anyone have a T20 here? To sell them really all over the world. Also, the M2R Warrior was the first stainless steel tail switch light that we ever came out with, and also it was the first light where you could actually charge the light magnetically through the tail switch itself. So really great technology there. Two things that in 2017 have never been done before, and we've been upgrading from that point to bigger and better things. Also in 2019, we came out with the Balder Pro. This was This was the first green laser light that we ever came out with. It has 1,350 lumens also with that green laser, and at the price point of this, it was basically annihilating the industry. So we're really proud of the Balder Pro that we came out with last year, really the lowest cost and also highest output green laser lights still on the market today. So now let's talk about our first new product of the day. That is the Warrior X Pro. So the Warrior X has been a smashing success for us due to not only it looking really great, but also the incredible throw performance. The Warrior X originally had 560 meters of throw, fantastic. A lot of people were putting them on their ARs and stuff like that, so we had to make a pro version, get those better run times and things like that. So superior tactical thrower, we're keeping the Warrior X as a thrower style light. We've received a lot of feedback that you guys like the longer distances on these tactical style lights, so we wanted to make it even better. So pro power, of course, 2,250 lumens and a max of 600 meters of throw. That kind of performance and still a handheld compact light is pretty wild. Also, we have upgraded the battery to current times, which is a 21700. We've been really happy with the performance of 21700 batteries, and as you can see here at the lower 300 lumen mode, it's almost double the run times with the Warrior X Pro compared to the Warrior X. 8 hours on 300 lumens is fantastic. Also, we have upgraded the charger to the MCC3. The MCC3 charger came out originally with the M2R Pro that came out a few months ago, and the really great thing about this is you have a much larger capacity cell, but only an additional 30 minutes to fully charge it. So the fact that you're getting a 67% higher capacity of the battery with only 30 minutes more to charge, I think that's a really great trade-off. And the MCC3 charger with that 2 amp current is allowing us to do that. So I'm really impressed with that. An extra 30 minutes is nothing, but you're really gonna see those extra run times. Also, we're really proud of the durability of this light. It actually has the highest drop test rating out of any light that we've ever made in the history of the company. Most of our lights are about a 1.5 meter drop test rating up to a 2 meter. The Warrior X was 2 meters, but we managed to make this a 3 meter drop test rating by not only making the body thicker, but reinforcing components and things like that. So it's a much sturdier, more robust light. So what we did is we wanted to test this out. So we took 200 Warrior X Pros. We dropped them by 3 meters with a DJI drone. So actually we clipped them to drones, dropped them from drones, and we did that 1,200 times for each light. And of course they passed with flying colors. And I wanted to test that out myself. So right when I got the light, I went outside to the parking lot and literally just started throwing it in the air to see if that theory was correct. And that is way higher than 3 meters. But hey, come on. Hey, come on. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, yeah, typically when I get new lights, I ask for at least 2 units, and I'll destroy one immediately right when I take it out of the box, and then the other one I'll take pictures with and do the whole marketing thing. But yeah, this did really well in the torture test, and in the YouTube video that I'm going to come out with next week, we put it through maybe 10 more tests, including dragging it behind my scooter there, which I'm really proud of. We call it the scoot test. So you can see a preview of that on our Facebook. Awesome. So designed to perform. So what we did is we actually made the heat sinks larger on the head of the light and also made the body knurling deeper as well. Also, you can see here, hopefully you can see just how deep those heat sinks are. And also compared to the previous Warrior X, it was a smaller diameter heat sink and then it grew once you got towards the lens. Well, here they're large all the way going back to the first line there. So we managed to increase the diameter of the heat sinks themselves through the entire head, which allows us to not have the light get so hot. 2,250 lumens, 600 meters of throw with a handheld light, yeah, that's going to get hot, right? There's nothing we can do about that. So the best thing we can do is just increase the heat sinks, increase the actual robustness of the light, and that's helped us out a lot with the light getting hot. Also, we incorporated the same style tail switch as the M2R Pro on the Warrior X Pro. So basically that allows you to make it a lot easier to press while you're wearing gloves or your hands are dirty or something like that, because the actual switch itself is raised higher out of the tail cap itself. So the original M2R, while it was amazing that that was our first stainless steel tail switch, it still was kind of difficult to press with gloves on. They might not really be able to press it correctly because it was flush with the actual tail cap. So having that raised tail cap makes it much easier to press no matter the situation of your hands. Also, we have these little points on 3 sections there, and that allows us to, again, charge it magnetically with our magnetic charging cable. So here's just a rundown of the light. So 2,250 lumens, max runtime of 8 hours. Again, almost double the runtime at that 300 lumen mode of the original Warrior X. 600 meters of throw, 3-meter drop test, and I think it's way more than that because that was just a short clip of me throwing the light up, but I did that maybe 50, 60 times, and it still kept turning on, and it was fine. So you don't have to worry about dropping the light. Also, IPX8 waterproof rating as usual. So a great performer, awesome upgrade to the original Warrior X, and these are a lot of the upgrades that I was looking for. I wanted, increased throw, longer run times. I wanted that new style tail cap that's way easier to press. So we're checking all of those boxes with this new Warrior X Pro version. Also, of course, we want to have it in different versions because you guys have loved the OD green and also desert tan variants of our lights. So we will have limited numbers of the OD green and the desert tan, 5,000 units of the OD green worldwide and 6,000 of the desert tan. Obviously, directly on olightstore.com, our USA website, we're going to have a lot less than that. So if you guys do want to get these colors, it's one of those things where you're going to have to jump on it. If you guys are familiar with our limited edition stuff, you got to jump on it because it's basically one sale, that's it, and it's either you got it or you didn't get it. Yeah. So let's talk about the MSRP. Let's talk about the MSRP. I can't really answer that question, sir. But you could win one today, all right? So, hey, we're getting close, okay? All right. Just one for now, yeah. Okay. MSRP, normal pricing, MSRP of the lights, $129.95 and then $139.95 for the limited edition variants. But of course, there's going to be an introductory sale on these lights because we like to get our new lights into the most hands possible, and that's really why we do these flash sales. We want to make it easy for you guys to try out our new products, and that has always been our goal. Even before I even worked for Olight, and I've been here for 5 years, the goal of the company is to get an Olight in as many hands as possible. So that's why we do this stuff. So you'll be able to save up to 40% off on these lights, and that's January 31st, next week, okay? So I wanted to talk about this light first because this one's coming out really soon. So jot this down, guys, January 31st. That's when these are going to be on sale. All right. Cool. So I believe Dennis has a microphone if anybody wants to ask any questions. And also, I'm trying to find, so Sonic is here, and he is the chief engineer for Olight. So he came all the way out here, all right? So don't thank me for all of this cool stuff we're talking about. Thank him. I'm just talking about it, okay? Cool. So I saw some hands over here, so cool. Strobe mode? Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. No strobe? Okay. Yeah, no strobe on that. So it's, yeah, it's that microphone. Do you know the Kelvin rating for it? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know what the Kelvin was, but yeah, when we've been playing around with them, and I've played around with maybe 4 or 5 different units, and it's been a more neutral tone. Also, just the fact that it's a thrower style light, the thrower style LEDs are typically more of a neutral white color. Yeah. Okay, 4700 to 5300. There we go. Back there. Yeah, so I put them together and I didn't see a difference. I have the lights up here as well. So here's all 3 versions of them. But yeah, I haven't seen a difference. I put them together and there was no difference. The only difference that I talked about was the diameter at the start of the heat sinks. So the heat sinks themselves are uniform going all the way from the back to the front with the lenses, whereas on the previous Warrior X, it was smaller and then grew as it got towards the front lens. So yeah, you'll see here if you kind of rub your hands across it, you know, after the event, we'll let you guys play with everything, but yeah, it's the exact same diameter all the way through. Oh, and also on the green version here, it is a black bezel, and on the tan version, it's a black bezel as well. So the only one with the blue bezel is the black version. Cool. Yes, it can. Yep. Yes. Yeah, the RWX07, the magnetic one, it does work with that. Yeah, and it's still, here's the really cool thing about it too. A 21700 battery has a little bit larger diameter than an 18650, but this still works in 1-inch mounts. Yeah, so that's a really good thing. If it didn't work with 1-inch mounts, I'd make it pretty hard, but really any mount that you can find online, including the one that we make, is a 1-inch mount. Yeah, so anything 1 inch, it'll work. I mean, that's pretty easy to do. I mean, if we want to make aftermarket bezels, we can do that. I mean, if the demand's there, it's not hard. Yeah. Cool. All right, so let's give one away. All right. So for the first raffle, and please get out your tickets, guys. We're gonna have Jared from Guns and Gadgets come up here and pick a winner. All right. The man, supporting our 2A rights, the man.
All right, who's paying me the most?
Yeah. Here, let me get my ticket out.
All right, ticket 066, 066. 101. Yep.
Awesome. All right. Sweet. So here it is. We'll get a picture with you down here. Awesome. There you go. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
There we go.
Sweet.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy. Yeah. All right. Cool. Okay. So let's move on to the next product. One that I'm really, really excited about. i5T EOS. Let's go ahead and take a look. Saying just the essentials with a twist, right? So I really love the blue accents here. If you know Olight, you know we love our black and blue. That's really our company theme. So to have the blue in the recessed portions here of the twist milling pattern, I think looks very, very cool. Now the biggest thing about this, and you're seeing it now on the screen, so yes, there's a dual direction pocket clip, but it works with a AA battery. So yeah. So we finally have a AA battery tail switch light. I know you guys have been asking for this for years, and it's finally here. So this is basically the bigger brother to the i3T, but you're going to get way better performance than the i3T's AAA battery. So it's got 300 lumens, awesome, because the i3T was 180 lumens, so you're getting 120 more lumens on that high mode, with that AA battery. Max runtime of 20 hours on low mode, and a max throw of 60 meters. Now, I know I just talked about the insane performance of the Warrior X Pro, but for a AA battery, standard alkaline battery, that's where we're getting these numbers from. Not any special lithium ion style, literally just a regular Energizer battery. That's how we're getting these numbers. So it's incredible to get 300 lumens out of just a regular AA battery. Also, I love the tail switch on these lights. Similar to the i3T, it has that really nice dimple pattern on the silicone there. And, oh, okay. He's trying to get intimate here, all right. I mean, might as well, the i5T, pretty sexy. So, yeah, I love the dimples on the tail switch. It's so hard to slip off. I've used these in the rain, still no slipping off of that tail switch, so it's great. And if you have an i3T, does anybody have an i3T here? I'm hoping most of you guys, hopefully. Yeah, so you know the tail switch is dynamite on this light. So everyday carry perfected, yeah, I'm going that far because the fact that it works with a AA battery, I'm convinced that AA's are even easier to find than AAA's. Everything I have is on AA's. Sometimes AAA's on some stuff, but a AA battery you can find anywhere all over the world. So it doesn't matter if you're traveling to a crazy country or anything like that, you're still going to be able to find batteries for your light. So again, 300 lumens, 20 hours max runtime, 60 meters of throw, works on just a regular alkaline battery, and 1.5 meter drop test rating, similar to our other EDC style lights, and then it has the 2 meter IPX8 waterproof rating, so no worries there. It can be submerged and it will be perfectly fine. Yep. So the way that we are selling this is very, very cool. So I talked earlier about the January 31st sale, and I also talked about how it's up to 40% off. So the way that it is 40% off for the Warrior X Pro is in a bundle with the i5T. So it's a double whammy, January 31st, 2 brand new lights bundled together for 40% off. I think this is a home run combo. I mean, honestly, I think everybody should have this new i5T, even if you're not a flashlight person, even if you have family members who don't care about this stuff. A AA light with a tail switch, anybody can use that, okay? Even your grandparents. So, and the MSRP on this is still only $29.95. So really low cost point on that, and the fact that it's bundled, I mean, you're saving a ton of money there. Black version's only 95 bucks for both new lights. It's a really good deal. All right, so again, January 31st, which is when the Warrior X Pro and the i5T release. So does anybody have any questions about the i5T? Over here.
Will it take the 14500 battery?
I swear we're not doing this on purpose, but they've got these iPads back here that dim the lights. It's a little too much tech back there, okay? Any other questions about the i5T? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, we don't talk about it that much, but the secondary market for the limited edition stuff is wild. It's kind of blowing our mind. So yeah, maybe. Any other questions, guys, for the i5T? I believe 5. Yeah, what's the flow mode? Oh, 15, yeah, okay. So 15 lumens on the low mode. Cool. Any other questions? We're good? Cool. All right, so let's give one away, okay? Cool, so let's have Brian come up and go ahead and pick a winner. You guys have your tickets, right? Yeah, why not?
Okay. 082.
Nice. Awesome. Cool. We can do, we'll do a pick down here. There you go. Cool.
Congratulations.
Awesome. Enjoy. Oh, thanks. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next light of the day. So the Balder RL, okay? So we came out with the PL2 RL, all right, and then we came out with the Balder Pro, which was a green laser variant only, okay? So we decided to basically update the PL2 RL because we still had a lot of requests for a red laser version of the Balder Pro. So smaller laser, upgraded run times, all that kind of stuff. So this is our new upgraded red laser variant of the Balder Pro. It has 1,120 lumens, and I'll explain why, okay? So it has a little less lumens than the green version of the Balder Pro, and it's because it has 225 minutes of runtime at the 300 lumen low mode. The original PL2 RL has only 105 minutes of runtime on low mode, okay? So you're looking at over double the run times on low mode for this new Balder red laser version compared to the previous PL2RL. So if you have a red laser Olight and you like it a lot, you're going to like this one even better because it's going to last twice as long. Also, it still has our switch system here where you can go from light only to light and laser, and then laser only as well. And the laser on this light is very small. It's about half the size of the previous PL2RL, which I'm sure you guys would like. A smaller laser, of course, on the bottom of the light. So we're definitely pretty happy with that. Okay, so it has 1,120 lumens. It's got 225 minutes of runtime at that 300 lumen mode with the laser on. And by the way, I think that's perfect for indoors, self-defense stuff. I mean, 300 lumens inside of your house, that's the sweet spot right there. And the fact that you can have a zeroed laser as well makes it even that much easier to shoot under stress. So that 225 minutes at the 300 lumen mode with the laser on, I think is just right on the money for home defense. Also 240 meters of throw at that higher lumen setting. It uses two CR123A batteries, easy to find. It's got a 1 meter drop test rating and it's IPX4. So it can get wet, but you can't submerge it, and that's just due to the screws that are used to zero the laser. And of course, it comes with the tool to zero the laser, and it comes with a set of CR123A batteries when you first purchase it. Okay? So yeah, there's not a whole lot to talk about with this other than the fact that we updated the PL2RL, got it in line with the Balder Pro. So if you're a fan of a red laser instead of green, it's a really great option, and with the double run times, it's great. Okay, MSRP on this full price is $129.95. We will be having a sale on this, and it will be available sometime next month in February. Okay? Cool. So does anybody have any questions about this red laser variant of the Balder? He's like, that's what you want now. Okay, cool. Any other questions, guys? Yeah, there's a few different methods. I mean, a lot of people clean it off with an eraser, and this isn't just an Olight thing. I mean, your light's going to be really dirty after a range session. That's just the way it goes. I've seen tons of videos, and I've shot with other lights and things like that, and I mean, they just get dirty. It doesn't matter what light it is. You could put, some people even put like Vaseline on the front lens before they go out and shoot, so it's easier to wipe away when you're done shooting. Otherwise, yeah, you could just take a pencil eraser and clean it off that way. But those have been the two best methods. I would suggest, yeah, putting something on that front lens so then it's easier to just wipe away when you're out shooting. But that's something that just, I mean, it's really with all weapon lights that have a lens that's further out than the front barrel. Okay. I hear you. Yeah, in terms of, really, I would say, I mean, we definitely support law enforcement. I mean, we're happy to take those in and swap those out for you. I mean, if you're running them that hard, that's perfectly fine. So please let us know. And we do that with some police departments where we'll just swap lights out, you know, as they get, you know, used and abused over time, and we're happy to do that, especially for law enforcement. So, I mean, yeah, if you're rotating lights out and things like that, I mean, send them in to us, and we're happy to do that. Yeah. Cool. Any other questions, guys? Yeah. Yes, we will. They'll be on here. Yeah, they'll be on sale in February. I don't have an exact day yet. I mean, it will be 30 to 40%. I'm just not sure. I don't know if we're going to do like a bundle option and that kind of stuff with something else. So we'll have to figure out exactly how we're going to do the sale. But please, you know, follow us on social media. That's where you'll hear it first. Also, please follow our newsletter as well. That's where we talk about, you know, sales and promotions and things like that first. Yeah. But it will be sometime in February. We just have to get everything together, the logistics part of it, and yeah, and we'll sell it. So. Any other questions, guys? Sure. Yeah, so we're in contact with a ton of different holster manufacturers, custom Kydex guys. We are trying to figure out like what like Safariland holsters and things like that that it works with. The ALS style holsters are more of like a general size, so the majority of these do work with that, and I can confirm that the Balder Pro, even the green laser version, which has a slightly larger laser, still works with the Safariland ALS. So you know, this will definitely work. Anything that's smaller will definitely work. Yeah. In terms of, you know, custom holster manufacturers, if there's some specifically that you really like, please let us know. Also, we have a huge list of holster manufacturers that we work with, that we send shells to, you know, and help promote them and that kind of thing. So yeah, just reach out to our customer service. We can get you a long list of holster manufacturers that are supporting this. If you like custom Kydex, or if you prefer to go with, you know, the duty style route. So yeah, just, I mean, send us an email and we'll send you a list. Yeah. Any other questions on this one, guys? Yeah. No, it's not. It's not a green tint. And I have the light up here. There it is right there. Huh? Yeah. So we're doing a live stream on YouTube, and they can hear me from my mic right here, but it's hard to hear you guys out here. So he's asking what is the tint style on the Balder RL, and you can see here it's more of a cool white style beam. All right. And there is the lower mode. Okay. And there is the higher mode as well. So it is like a cooler white style beam, but it's definitely not that extreme cool white blue type of color, which I'm not a fan of. It's more just a standard cool white style beam. Okay. And that's it with the laser on as well. And I do want to mention too that the laser itself is much smaller. You can see here the actual dot itself is way more precise than the previous PL2RL. That was more of a larger style laser. That was our very first laser light. So we were learning, but at this point, the fact that the physical laser itself is much smaller, but also the dot is much more precise, I think is really great as well. And that's what I'm looking for, a more precise dot. So there's a good look at the performance there. Oh my gosh. Okay, gotcha. It's the Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. Any other questions, guys, on that one? We good? Okay, cool. All right. Let's go ahead and give one of these away, okay? So we'll actually go ahead. Unfortunately, we don't have the box for it yet, so that's how early we are with it, okay? But you will be able to take this one with you. So that's pretty cool as well. I actually like stuff like that. So, sorry about my microphone here. Okay, cool. All right, to come up and do this one, let's have Chris come up. The Honest Outlaw is here, guys. All right. That guy put some rounds through some guns, okay? He'll be like, I'm about 12,000 rounds in. Yeah, exactly. All right, here he is. Oh boy, you grabbed two.
I'm going to go at the top.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Can you get two left?
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. Okay, I'll do it. All right.
All right, we got OL099. And 046.
Okay. Cool. Sweet. Everybody's here? All right, awesome. One doesn't have batteries in it. One has batteries in it that I've been using. So you're going to have to fight for it, I guess. Okay? Come over here. Yeah, he's over here. I'm fighting with this mic. All right. All right, guys. There you go.
Thank you.
You're good. Please hold on to it. Please hold on to it. You're going to need it later. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Awesome. All right. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I know. Those are typically scuba diving lights are typically plastic, and we don't really do much like plastic work. If you've seen some videos on YouTube of the Olight factory, it's basically mostly a machine shop, just rooms full of CNC machines. So most of the work we do is with metal. Those diving lights typically are plastic. Yeah. Really? We'll talk with him. Please, yeah, talk with Sonic at the end of this and talk him into it. He's here. Cool. So let's go ahead and talk about the last series of lights that we're coming out with. Okay. So this is the brand new Odin. All right, something we've never done before. Now, while I'm talking about these, please keep in mind that as right now, we're still kind of in the prototype stage with these lights, but it's SHOT Show, so we want to show even the newest stuff. So there might be some slight revisions to what I show you today, but I think it's still really cool to talk about this new Odin series of lights. But we're close, we're almost there, but there might be a few changes from what I talk about today, okay? So this is really our first light series where it has parts of the light that are specifically for rifles, okay? So the output on the original Odin is going to be 2,000 lumens. Super crazy for a rifle light. Okay, I have one right here, so here it is. Okay, and you guys can definitely check it out at the end of the show here. But 2,000 lumens, it's got a 21700 5,000 milliamp battery. Okay, that's how we're achieving that 2,000 lumens and still able to get pretty good run times with it. Okay, run times at the 300 lumen mode, 8 hours on that. Again, really nice run times there at 300 lumens. That's really a useful mode for a firearm, so I like that 300 lumen setting. Beam distance on this is going to be 350 meters. Now keep in mind this is a much more compact light than the Warrior X Pro, right? So it's going to have less throw because typically throw is based on the diameter and length of the head. So in order to make this a more compact style light for rifles, we wanted to decrease the head size, but still 350 meters on a smaller rifle light is great. Also, we have a brand new mounting system that we've never done before. It's really cool. So this mounting system works with a Picatinny rail. And basically the way it works is you can click it and slide it off of the light. Let me take the remote switch off. You can click it and slide it off of the light, and there's two mounting points, okay? So you can put it on the side or you can put it on the top. And that's showing it right there. Okay, so there's two different sections, and all of these Odin lights will be coming with this mount style. So you can use these Picatinny style rail mounts that it comes with, or also the fact that it has this portion of the light, it will work with flat-faced scout mounts as well. Okay, so really it's the first light that we've ever come out with that not only works with the mounting system that we have, but also a lot of other options on the market. So I really like the flat scout mounts. So I love that this will be able to work with that. So it's really your choice. Okay, if you're a scout mount guy, give it a try with whatever system that you have. Otherwise, you can use this because it comes with it. All right. Also, the way that this works, let me clip this on. So it's going to have basically a Allen key that will allow you to tighten it up onto your rail, and then also it will actually lock, so that way you can't slide it off. Okay, so even if you apply pressure, it's still not going to come off. And then you'll have to actually twist it, and that'll allow you to screw it onto your rail. So really it's kind of a set it and forget it solution with this actual Picatinny rail piece. And then of course you can take the light off if you want to charge it, or swap it to a different Odin as well, because the mounts on all the different versions that I'm talking about today are the same. Okay, so really awesome mounting system here, and again, it's your choice. You could also use a flat face style scout mount as well. And the intuitive lock, that's what I was just talking about. So basically you can twist this portion here and that will lock it down. All right, otherwise you can just press in and that will make it detach from the little rail portion here of the light itself. Okay. Also, I really want you guys to play with these. First of all, because this is kind of the early stages of this. So we'd love to get your recommendations of this. And also, I really want you guys to feel it and check it out, because it really is satisfying when it clicks in. And it is very, very strong. I mean, it's not going anywhere. And then also the fact that you can lock it down to where you still can't. I mean, this isn't coming off. Okay, cool. It also is a magnetic tail cap, and it works with our magnetic charging cable. So all of these will be coming with our MCC3 magnetic charging cable, which is what I talked about in the beginning with the Warrior X Pro. And it's an awesome, smart magnetic charging cable, so it will actually adjust the output based on the light that it's charging. And we originally came out with these magnetic charging cables with the M2R Pro. So awesome charging cables, really strong, and this works with those as well. Also, we do have a remote switch with it, and this is a new remote switch style. So we're not using the RWX07, the one that works with the Warrior X, any of the other magnetic remote switch lights that you guys currently have. This is a different system, okay? So this basically has a retention ring that settles once you put this on the tail cap. So basically what I'm going to do is you lift this retention ring, you drop it down, and then let go, and that makes it extremely tight, okay? So you're getting much more retention with these magnetic remote switches versus the standard version, which, could bump off. You throw it in a bag, it could bump off, whereas this, you're gonna have to yank on it really, really hard to make it come off. So there's a lot more added retention to the remote switch, okay? Cool, so that is the original standard Odin model. Now let's talk about the Odin Mini, the smaller version, okay? So here is the standard Odin, and here is the Odin Mini, much shorter, right? So I really like this mini version, very cool. So there it is right there, just a rendering of it. Again, these are really early stage, so we do want to get your feedback on these, but this does have the exact same mounting system as the original Odin. So it's one of those things where if you want to pick up different versions of the Odin, you can just leave these rails on your gun, and then you can basically just swap the lights around if you want. Okay. Also, these remote switches, I don't have them here, but these remote switches will still come with the little mounting pad that comes with our other remote switches as well. So it's easy to just press this down and fit it onto any rail that you have. Okay, so let's look at the output of these. Obviously, smaller light, you're gonna get less performance, but having a way smaller light is sometimes really nice. So 2,000 lumens, again, on the standard Odin, 350 meters of throw, 8 hours of runtime, 21,700 battery. This one is actually going to come with an 18,500 battery, 4.5 hours of runtime, 270 meters of throw, and it will be 1,250 lumens. So 1,250 lumens with such a small light here. I love that, and I really want you guys to check these out because the size is great, and again, it still works with that same mounting system as well. Okay. Cool. All right, so we're going to move on to probably one of the craziest things we've done, and I'm sure we'll make some modifications to it in the future, but I think it's really cool that we're at least trying this. So this will be the Odin Turbo model, and it actually has a laser, okay? So you're getting insane throw out of this light. This is only supposed to be a super crazy tight beam thrower type light. It's got the 5,000 milliamp 21,700 battery again, so keep in mind the Odin and the Odin Turbo still both have that 21,700 battery, and then the 18,500 on the Mini. So it's got 300 lumens, but if you know about laser technology, it is not about the lumens, it's about the candela and the throw. So the Odin Turbo has 1,000 meters of throw with a 250,000 candela score. Okay, so this thing is crazy bright. The throw is insane. Yes, it's a very focused beam, but again, it's one of those things where we're really the first people doing this, first people making a laser rifle style light. So for me, it's really cool. I love when we try out new things. Okay, so we have here the Odin Turbo, the Odin, and the Odin Mini. MSRP, definitely stay tuned for that. We're close. The Odin Turbo, of course, we're still testing. We even, since it's laser technology, there's actually a couple things that we have to get approved. So because of that, probably the Odin Turbo is the furthest out, but the Odin and the Odin Mini are really great. Definitely want you guys to check those out, and those are closer to production. All right, so this is really our first rifle, light that has this type of mounting system, has this type of remote switch. So this is brand new stuff, and I'm really excited about this Odin series. Okay. So I'm sure you guys have some questions about these. And keep in mind, Sonic will probably end up answering the majority of these because in terms of technical stuff with these, there's not a whole lot that I personally know. Yeah, so currently we just have this Picatinny mount coming from us. Again, if you have any flat-faced Scout mounts, anything like that that works with M-Lock or key mod, that'll work because you know that works on your rail. Okay. So, yeah, as of right now, I don't know of a pocket clip. That could be an option, but yes, you can actually take it off and make this a handheld EDC option. And I know that's one of the things that Sonic really wanted to do is say that you buy one of these and you don't always want to just keep it on your rifle in the safe and not use it that much. Maybe you do want to throw it in your pocket sometimes. So that does give you the option to be able to use it handheld. Sonic, do you know how far the screws go into the body? Okay. Right, it's one of those things like, we're still tweaking it. We're still working on this this mounting method. But yeah, I mean, as it stands, yes, you could take this off and then just make it a standard light. Is it blindly screwed or does it go all the way through? Like you're worried about water resistance? Okay. Yes, yeah, there is. Yeah, you're not going to take this off and like see the battery or anything like that. Yeah, there's not just holes in the side of the light. The weights, yeah. So don't know the weights yet? Okay. Okay, it's one of those things, yeah. Yes, when roughly these will be released. Yeah, yeah, I mean, we really wanted to come out this year, sooner than later. Definitely not Q1, but I'm hoping maybe sometime in the summer. Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah, the recoil rating. Like, what are you looking at on this? Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, there's still a lot of testing that we have to do with these lights. So that's something that we're just going to figure out through testing, which is going to be fun. Any other questions about these guys? Yes. Probably not. I don't see how that'd be possible. I mean, maybe you have some ideas, but the fact that this mount is actually screwed into the side of the light, and again, there's a little hump right here that allows it to be able to screw it into the light. Oh, like an adapter that will allow you to be able to slide this on? Yeah, that's a thought. Yeah. I mean, as long as it's really solid. I mean, that's really the big thing about having this actually screwed in, is the fact that it's so solid. Yeah, so I mean, if we can make it solid, then, but again, that'd have to be tested a lot for us to even think about releasing something like that. Yeah. They're looking at it. Yeah, I know that's part of the R&D right now, is we're looking at infrared stuff. So potentially in the future, I mean, something like that would be pretty far out, but that is something that we're currently investigating and looking into. Yeah. Especially the fact that night vision is getting a lot cheaper and actually accessible. So. Yes, over here, Dennis. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, we're machining these separately from the light itself. So I mean, that's perfectly fine. It's just making more and putting them on the website. So, and we do that a lot with accessories and things. Is, you know, when people start requesting stuff, we say, okay, let's get some extras, let's put it on the website. So that's no problem. Yeah. So okay. So again, this is like a crazy prototype, but basically, yeah. So, I mean, the crazy part about it is that it doesn't decrease intensity no matter really how far out I use it. I mean, it looks really intense there, but as I move it further away, it still looks just as intense further away. So it's the intensity, I mean, 250,000 candela, that's a measurement of the intensity of the beam itself when it hits an object. So it's just insane, okay? Currently right now, it has this yellow tint because there are a lot more rules and regulations for a white laser. So like I was talking about, we're probably gonna have to get some approval for some certain things to even be able to sell these. So again, this is a pretty early stage prototype for the LEP. But as of right now, we specifically have that yellow tint because it's definitely a lot more easy to do and actually get approved compared to a white laser version. Which white lasers, any. Yeah, another guy asked that. We're investigating and looking into IR technology. I think eventually in the future we will come out with it. I know that's a big part of our current R&D, but that kind of stuff is pretty far out. Yeah, but it's one of the things that we're looking at because people keep asking about it more and more. Yeah, especially here now in 2020 where people, again, can get night vision and really be able to utilize it. So that's one of the things that we can easily change, right? And that's part of the prototyping phase. As of right now, yeah, it's just one highest setting. But we may eventually change it to where you can change modes and then be able to do constant momentary with that as well. So we are making modifications to the remote switch. I know the remote switch will change some. So yeah, just stay tuned to our social media and all of that. We're going to continue to give you guys updates on any improvements or any things that we do differently with these lights. Also, yeah, keep in mind the LEP does have a really long head in order to get that crazy throw. Same thing if you're looking at the Warrior X Pro, so the length of the head really helps out with that. So it is going to be the longest light of the lineup, even though both of these use the 21700 battery. Okay. We'll try. Why not? Yeah. Any other questions on these Odin lights, guys, at least for now? Again, they're prototypes. There will be changes to them, but what's that? 300. Yeah. Which, for an LEP, you don't judge it based on lumens at all. Yeah. They're low lumen. Yeah. Yeah. As far as I know, we don't know yet. Yeah, we haven't tested all that out. Maybe Sonic knows. He's asking about the run times on the Odin Turbo. 3 hours? Okay. Okay. Yeah. For the Turbo? Not yet. Keep in mind, LEP lights are more expensive, definitely. So it will be a higher price point, but the fact that it's an LEP light that goes on a rifle is pretty awesome. So. Any other questions on these guys? And please definitely play with them, check them out. We'll have them on the tables on the left and the right once we're done here. And give us your recommendations as well. Let me know if you have any thoughts. Let Sonic know, because we like to get user feedback, and we do actually make changes based on what our users feel and what they like. So, hey, how's it going? Just how do you measure the strength of the laser? On the turbo. Okay. And that was a white laser, right? Okay, yeah. So that's why on this prototype it's yellow, at least for now, because you can actually look at this and you're not going to get a headache, right? Right. Yeah, most of the throwers, like I said earlier, most of the throwers that we have are in neutral white tint. Yeah. Any other questions on the Odin, guys? And this does work, this turbo version, so you guys can play with it. Good? Okay, cool. Okay, so let's jump into a raffle here. So unfortunately, we can't give away any Odins today. Sorry. We can't, guys, we can't yet. I don't have one, okay? They're gonna take these away from me after this event, okay? But hopefully we'll be able to start testing them. I know they're going to make some changes to the the remote switch. But what we are going to do, we'll go ahead and give away a Warrior X Pro instead. Is that okay? Cool? Okay, cool. So Luke from USA Carry. Awesome. Number 3. All right. Awesome. Cool. He'll come over here. Appreciate it, man. Oh, he's coming from this way? All right. All right. There you go. Awesome. Yeah. All right, cool. Cool. Enjoy. Yeah, thanks a lot. Yep. Okay, so let's do a quick rundown of everything we went over today. So we have the Warrior X Pro, new version of the Warrior X, awesome run times on that light, improved tail switch, everything is upgraded on the light, and again, those come out January 31st at a really great discounted price. Also, the AA i5T, awesome. I'm really glad that we finally came out with it. 300 lumens and 20 hours of runtime on that 15 lumen mode, 60 meters of throw, only $29.95 for the MSRP on those. I think those are going to be a no-brainer for you guys to pick up. Also, we have the improved red laser light, the Balder RL, 1,120 lumens, amazing 225 minutes of runtime, over double the previous red laser light. 240 meters of throw. MSRP on that is $129.95, but we will have an introductory discount on those in February. And also, of course, the new Odin series, the Odin Mini, standard Odin, and the Turbo. So 1,000 meters on the LEP version, 350 meters on the standard Odin, 270 meters on that Mini. I really like that Mini size. So please definitely check these out, guys. Again, just put this on your radar, guys. January 31st is when the Warrior X Pro is coming out, and you can get that bundle 40% off with the brand new i5T. Okay? Cool. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions about these lights? And please reach out to us on social media. We also have a Facebook group, Olight Flashlights on Facebook, which is a great way for you guys to talk to other people in the Olight community. We just reached over 10,000 people in that group, so it's basically just a huge forum to talk with other users. So yeah, if you're on Facebook, join the Facebook group, Olight Flashlights. And of course, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, on the main pages, our YouTube channel, Olight World. I'm working hard to get content out to you guys on that. Sure. It's Olight Flashlights, and then in parentheses it's official, just so people know it's the real deal. Yeah. Cool. And that way also you guys can talk with me because I'm in that group every single day. So it's really direct access to me and other Olight employees in that group as well. Okay? So now that we've reached the end of the presentation, there is one more thing to say thank you to everybody who came here in person. So did everybody like the i5T today? Did everybody like the i5T? Okay. So the i5T is a cool white light, okay? The version that we're coming out with is cool white. But today, for everybody who's sitting here, we have an exclusive neutral white version only for the people in this room, okay? So if you're here, you're gonna be the only people who have the neutral white version of the i5T. So an exclusive variant of a brand new light before it comes out, and nobody else is gonna get it, okay? All right. Okay, so the way that you can get those is when you leave today, basically just give your ticket to them and then they'll hand you the light because we have them here today. The good news about it too, and one of the things that I like, is the box for it is really small. So all the people jumping on airplanes after SHOT Show, it's not going to take up really any room in your bag, okay? Cool. I encourage you guys to check out these lights as well before you leave. Again, let us know how you feel about the Odin. We'll pass it around and all that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out, and I really appreciate it. Yeah. Cool. All right.